Hello fellow farmers, how are you guys doing today? Well, in today's video we're gonna discuss which one is better, which one is more profitable. If it's better for you to play NFT games or if it's better for you to take the money and put it into staking or yield farming. Which one is more profitable? I see so many people talking about NFT games and the blockchain NFT game market is growing rapidly just because of that, because of people are making a lot of money. Some people are making a living out of it. Some people are putting food on the table because of these NFT games, especially in countries like right here in Brazil where I live, or in Southeast Asia, like in the Philippines, like Indonesia, and places like that. So because when converted to dollar or to their native fiat currency, it amounts to a very high number, or at least to a substantial amount of money, which is enough to maintain their lifestyle. But something that I do not see as much is people talking about yield farming or staking, and whenever these topics are brought up, it usually 80% of the time it's about degen farming. What is degen farming? Is when people stake or yield farm these tokens, which are very volatile and have no helpful intent in technology or whatever. They're just speculative tokens, and they're called shit coins, especially because of this, because they serve no purpose. In the real world or in the crypto world, they serve no purpose. It's just this platform that is created with this native token where people go there, they farm a lot of this token for free because they're staking, they're yield farming with other tokens, and whenever inflation comes in and pumps the price of this token, the early holders, they dump their shares, they dump their tokens onto everyone else, and the token goes to zero the majority of the time. So whenever you hear about yield farming or staking, this is usually what you should expect. But this is not the only way to do it. So which one is better? Should you take $1,000 and invest it into Axie Infinity? We know that we are no longer profitable with crypto blades, so you shouldn't invest into that. But Axie, right now we're waiting onto Illuvium and all the other games. Should you invest there? Should you put your money there, or should you take this money and put it into staking or farming? Which one in the long run or in the short run? We're gonna see both scenarios. Which one is more profitable? Well, let's take a look right here. I'm just gonna take in consideration Axie Infinity. Why? First of all, because it's something that I've played, so I have a bit of knowledge. Second off, because right now is the only stable game in the market. Every other game has been through highs. Everyone was making $50, $60 per day, but right now they're not making even $5 to $10. So it's not worth to take a game that is on the top of the hype train right now and compare it to yield farming or staking, or even to compare it to another game, because they are, as I said, on the hype train. So everyone is pumping the token, everyone is pumping the game, and it's not consistent. Axie has been here for a while now, and if you got in early, you've made a lot of money, and if you got in right now, and if you got in recently, you're still making some money. I'm not gonna say you're making bank, because you're not, but you're still making some money. So we are gonna take Axie as an example, and right here we have the marketplace. We can see that the prices right now are very, very low. When I got in, it was over $1,000 to get in the game. Right now it's $150 per base, like base Axies. And you can see these have very low breed count, so you can still breed them. And if you don't know, you need 3 Axies to start playing the game. So if we do the math, we're gonna take 150, let's say 153, which we can see right here is a 0 breed count, which is really good. So we do 153 times 3, and we're talking about $460 as an initial investment. So write that down, $460 as an initial investment. So putting this money down, how much money am I gonna be able to make per day in the game? If you've seen my last Axie Infinity video where I talked about where the Philippine government wants to tax Axie Infinity. I also talk about the SOP cut that people are going to have when playing the game. So everything now is going to be cut to half. So before, you were able to make something like 100 to 150. Some people, if they're really hardcore, they can make 200 SOP a day, but we're gonna maintain it at 150 a day, 150 SOP per day. But right now, with rewards cut down to half, let's suppose that we're making 75 SOP daily. So knowing that, how much is that in US dollars? If we go to Smooth Love Potion, we can see that it's not been so good for SOP. SOP has been dropping very hard these last month and a half or so. If we take a look in the charts, we reached a top high of 40 cents all the way back in July, and then it kept on dropping, and then it got up again to 35, and then it kept on dropping, and it never recovered. And right now we're looking at 8 cents per SOP. So if we're making 75 cents, we're making 75 SOP per day, we're talking about $6.15 daily. So what does it mean? $6.15. How much is that in percentage if we compare it to the amount that we invest, which was 460? It means that we are getting 1.33% return daily. That's the daily APR, 1.33% daily on our investment, which was $460. Do I think this is bad? Actually, no. I think this is very high. This is a really good return on your investment. And how many days would it take for you to have your money back, the return on investment? If we're making $6.15 a day and you invested 460, how many days would it take? So if you take 460 and we divide it by 615, it would take us approximately 75 days. After 75 days, everything that you make, it's free money, essentially. Do you follow me? This is the math. Because after 75 days, you already made your capital back. So you already made $460. Everything after that is free money, because you don't have to put any more money in. And if you lose the initial investment, you're going to be net zero because you already made it back. So everything after 75 days is free money. This is a pretty good return. But as we can see right here, it's not consistent. Let me put the chart. Let me put the camera over there. As we can see right here, it's not consistent and it doesn't look like it's going to go up. If you take a look at the chart, this is not bullish. This is a bear scenario. This is a bear market right here for SOP, at least. And what does it mean? It means that we cannot expect a 1.33% return daily forever. And if we take in consideration Axie's prices and the SOP price and the SOP reward, even when we were right here on the top or right here, sometimes the percentage was lower. Why? Because if we take in consideration that a couple of months ago, you needed at least $100 to get in the game. So double the amount of double the amount you need right now to get in the game. So you were making you needed $800 of investment for you to get in. This is low balling, and you were making around $10 a day in SOP. So that means you were making 1.25% daily, which right now you're making 1.33. So you're making less before. But if you remember, there was a time where people were making $20 a day with SOP. But if you remember, prices were very high. So the investment you needed to get in was around 1,000, maybe 2,000 to get into the game. So the percentage was even lower. So what am I trying to say here? That for the short term, 1.33% daily is great, especially if you compare it to yield farming and staking, which I'm going to show you in a second. But I don't think in the long run it's going to be so profitable. That's why we see the market cap dropping, because people that started right here in June or even earlier, they already started taking profits and getting out of the game. There are just a few people that were very early on in the game that are still playing today. Let me tell you why. Whoever is still playing the game right now are either people with scholarships because they are making money out of scholars by breeding their axes and lending it to them. They're not even making money playing the game per se. They're making money with the breeding system, and they're getting money by lending the axes. So that's one. And the people that got in early are already so invested into the NFT game community, in the crypto community, that they already found somewhere else to put their money where they think is going to be more profitable than Axie, because they had a lot of time to learn and to experience this crypto ecosystem that is very, very, very big. It has a lot of potential for you to grow your money. So this is essentially it. So now let me show you how much can you be making with this $460 if you stake it or if you put it into yield farms. So let's say you want to take it very, very slow. You want to be very careful. So you're going to put it right here into Pancake Swap, and you'll be getting an APY of 85%. This is per year. So if you click right here into this symbol, it's going to show you, let's say we put $460. In 1 year, you would have made $391.72 in 1 year. So if you remember, I said that you would make your money back with Axie Infinity with 75 days. Right here, you wouldn't even make your money back with 1 year. So is this bad? Well, let me tell you, this is not bad. Why? Because we have to take something into consideration. The same way that the SOP token can go up or down, this applies to the Cake token, which is the Pancake Swap token. And right now is in an uptrend. When you saw the SOP token, it was in a downtrend. The Cake token is in an uptrend. These past few weeks has been going up and down because BNB, which is the ecosystem token, the chain token, has been going up and down. But whenever BNB stabilizes, you will be seeing Cake go up again. So in the long run, you can always expect this amount of money, the 85% returns. Sometimes it was even 95, 96, 97. I've seen it all the way up to 99% APY because it changes with the price. But you can usually expect this 85% to be your baseline. So how much would it be daily? So daily, you will be making 0.23% on your investment, which is very low compared to the 1.33 that I was talking about. But this is more stable. So in the long term, you can be expecting to be profitable. If we look at Axie Infinity, especially right now, we don't have that knowledge. We don't know if we're going to be profitable or not. So it's up to you to decide if you want to take a little more risk for a better return, which will be Axie Infinity, or if you want to be more cautious and it's going to take more time for you to make your money back, but you have a higher chance of doing so. Now we can also look at Trader's Joe, which is in the Avalanche ecosystem, where they have different APRs. They have higher APRs. So let's take a look at this Joe USDT. This is called yield farming. And if you put your tokens right here, you're going to get 195% on your investment, which is more than double the 85% you're getting staking your Cake in Pancake Swap. But how much is that in APY? So if you put right here 195, was it 195? This is APR, and if you compound the APR weekly, you get something like 578 APY, which is crazy if you think about it. Something that is gonna 5x in 1 year. So how much is 578 per day? So if you go right here and we do 578 divided by 365, you get 1.58% return daily. Of course, if you want to keep this 578, you have to reinvest your money into the yield farm so you can compound, because the APY is something you compound. You do compound interest onto it. Otherwise, if you do not compound, if you just take the money out, you're going to be looking at 195, and 195 is not as interesting because if we do 195 divided by 365, we're looking at 0.53%. So it's better for you to reinvest at least part of the capital. So this is a great way for you to be making more money than you would be in Axie, and is more reliable, especially because USDT is a stable coin, so it's going to be fixed on that value. So it's going to be a fixed value, and the only variable you're going to have is the Joe token, which is also in an uptrend. Of course, there's not only Trader Joe's. You can go to Pancake Swap, which is in the Phantom Opera ecosystem. You can see I have my money right here, and I'm making 96% APR, which is around like 150 APY. So it's also a good investment. And there are many other DeFi platforms that you can use. So what is the baseline here? Should you invest in NFT gaming, or should you invest into staking and yield farming? Well, here's the thing. I never said you could only do one of those. Me, for example, I am not only a farmer or an NFT gamer. Well, I've been doing both. Why? Because in the long run, I think my money is better invested into yield farming and staking, which is where I believe my money has the more chance to grow. But in the short term, a quick way to make some money is through the NFT blockchain gaming, which is why I played Axie, which is why they played CryptoBlades, not only for the YouTube content, but also, as I said, for quick money, especially when it was in the hype train. So that might be something that you should consider doing. Instead of putting all your money into crypto gaming, you should diversify and do half into crypto gaming until you get your money back, and then everything else you start putting into staking and yield farming. Because whenever the game dies, whenever the tokenomics of the game slows down and you start making less money, you will be already compounding your money over there at the staking and yield farming. So if you spend 2-3 months playing the game, by the time you're out, the money that you reinvested and recompounded into the yield farming or staking will be probably even more than you made playing the game. But again, if you don't like farming, or if you have no idea of farming and staking, then it's up to you. If you want to see some sort of beginner's tutorial on how to stake and yield farm with your money, I'm going to be doing a tutorial, a very in-depth playlist tutorial if you want to start investing your money that way. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. And if you like the content, please drop a like as well. Anyways, I hope I'll see you in the next one, and take care. Peace.